Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're once again back in Warframe for another build, and this time we're having a look at the Ruvox. This is a pair of Incarnon fists that is kind of underrated, and some people never actually talk about it because they think it's a bad weapon. I was one of those people, and well, was I wrong. These weird looking things are actually very strong, and they can deal some massive slam damage and do that in a very big AoE, which yeah, it's pretty good for a melee weapon that's like 20 centimeters long or something. So yeah, very fun weapon and very cool to look at. Anyways, that's enough introductions for now, so let's jump into the build. Starting from the Incarnon evolutions, the first one is your actual Incarnon form, and this makes it so that when you reach 6x combo and you perform a heavy attack, you activate the Incarnon form. The weapon is now able to impale enemies on void spikes on heavy slams, it gains 3 meters of range, loses 35% of your max melee attack speed, which is kind of sad, but it doesn't really matter, and it converts all your impact damage to puncture damage. Moving to the second evolutions, we have some choices, but I do recommend going for on kill, 15% more attack speed for 15 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. This is to counter our passive when we activate the Incarnon form, and it will make it a lot easier to use this weapon. Moving to evolution 3, we also have 3 choices here, and I recommend going for Seismic Slam that will increase your slam radius by 60%, and this is pretty much a no-brainer. You want the biggest slam radius possible. Evolution 4 is kind of whatever, you can go with any of the evolutions, none of them is gonna be game changer, but at least Inspiring Execution allows you to gain combo count faster for 20 seconds after performing a finisher, and this also activates if you perform a Parazone finisher, which is very easy to trigger with this weapon. And finally, in evolution 5, I choose Vulnerability Serum. This evolution makes enemies that are impaled 35% more vulnerable to status chance, and that means that enemies are more likely to be affected by status effects, which is gonna be pretty much the priority of this build, so this is very important. Moving to the base stats of the weapon, your range is only 1.25 meters at base, Riven disposition is only 2 out of 5, so Rivens are gonna be alright but nothing too broken. Crit chance is 26%, critical multiplier is 2.2x, and status chance is 20%, and the weapon only deals impact damage for a total of 170. Heavy attacks deal 850 damage, and the heavy slam attack deals 1020, which is basically these two numbers put together. Moving to the Incarnon form, the attack speed remains the same at 1, your range goes all the way up to 4.25 meters, and all the other stats pretty much remain the same. And these are the mods I recommend using for this build. Seismic Palm is probably the best stance for fists, so I do recommend using this one, but if you like Gaia's Tragedy, or if you somehow prefer Fracture Wind, you can go for those, they are alright, I just prefer this one. Then we have Seismic Wave for 200% more melee slam damage, Prime Pressure Point for more melee damage, Quickening for attack speed and combo count chance, Prime Reach for 3 additional meters of range. Then we have Galvanized Reflex for 50% heavy attack efficiency, and on melee kill 20 initial combo for 20 seconds, stacking up to 4 times. This basically gives us a 5x combo multiplier all the time, which is insanely strong. Then we have Weeping Wounds for 40% status chance per combo multiplier, Voltaic Strike for 60% electricity and 60% status chance, and finally Galvanized Elementalist for 80% status damage, and on melee kill 30% status chance for 20 seconds, stacking up to 4 times. And as I said before, I am using melee influence in my arcane slot. This arcane on melee electricity status has a 20% chance to activate the special effect, which pretty much allows the weapon to spread all status effects that it has to all enemies in 20 meters for 18 seconds, and this is kind of broken when enemies are also more likely to get affected by statuses, and they will take a lot more damage from statuses thanks to Galvanized Elementalist, so yeah, this weapon can deal a lot of damage to all those enemies, and they are pretty much screwed. And that's pretty much the whole build, so let's now see it in action. Alright, we have here 20 Corrupted Heavy Gunners level 225 with Steel Path modifiers, and there are these spikes, which are the void spikes that the weapon summons, which somehow in the Simulacrum do not despawn, so we can create a kind of a void forest in here, which is funny, but it's very bright, so I do not recommend doing it. Anyways, let's start building our combo to 6x so we can activate the amazing Incarnon form. Okay, we have 9x, that's enough. We do 1 slam attack, and yeah, everything is now dead. So, what happened is, well, you saw blast statuses being applied, and that's because slam attacks deal blast damage as well, which is not specified somehow in the stats, which is dumb, but that counts towards somehow melee influence. So when it reaches 10 stacks, all enemies take that damage, and there's also electricity being applied, so it's a lot of status damage that happens in a fraction of a second, and everything is now dead. So let's do that again. We want to reach at least a 6 stacks combo multiplier. That should be enough to kill everything in one shot. If you reach more, it's kind of overkill. But yeah, you see funny numbers and everything just dies. And you can also see the forest starting to appear. So yeah, let's do that again just for fun. Let's summon more void spikes. And I mean, that's pretty much the build. Like, that's pretty much what you're going to do. Just slam the ground and everything dies. It's as easy as that. And it's kind of fun as well. I mean, I do like it. It's definitely balanced and not broken at all. By the way, that's without any Warframe buffs or without viral or anything, so let's actually do that. I'm going to use my Panzer because this cat can spread viral very easily. I have a full guide on this pet if you're interested, so yeah, check the video in the top right corner. And yeah, let's summon 20 fresh enemies and let's see what happens. Let me charge my Incarnon. And everything is now dead again. I mean, it's just the same as before. It just happens faster, and I do like that, especially when you can just like wait for your cat to apply viral. I guess eventually it's also able to strip armor. It's also not a cat; it's more of a fox. But yeah, that's pretty much the scenario. Like in mission. This is what's gonna happen all the time. Even acolytes are not safe from the heavy slams. They're just gonna take so much damage. It's actually really fun. And one more tip that not all players know: if I kill all enemies, right, and like there's no one else to kill, so my combo multiplier will now start to go down, which is not great. But this stance has a fun little thing, which I don't know. Like if it's meant to be or like it's just a bug. But if you spam your forward hold combo, you can see that my combo multiplier is going up. And yeah, you can also build combo with that. So if you're missing enemies around and you like are stuck at 5x, because that's how the galvanized mod works, you can just do this, reach 6x again, do a heavy attack, and you're back into your Incarnon form. It's not exactly the most broken thing ever, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. And yeah, that's pretty much the Ruvox. Again, it's probably one of the most underrated Incarnon weapons in the game. I have no idea how I forgot about this weapon and why I didn't build it before, but I guess I just didn't enjoy the slam playstyle before. Anyways, I will now leave you guys to the showcase where I test this weapon for 5 minutes in a Silk Path survival against greenier enemies, so you can have a look at how it performs in a more realistic scenario. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, and if you like my content, consider subscribing. I wish you a beautiful rest of the day, and bye bye.